Alright, I decided to revisit drone flight from last night. I did 2 drone flights. I released a video on that with my nephew's pictures off his drone. I decided to make this video because I feel, well, let's just put it this way. I know I'm going to get some guff. I released a video up here, just basically in this area on, because I was saying on my other video I had some problem flying the drone. So I took that video and I made a video like this, and I only released it here around this area. Well, Facebook is what I did it on. Of course, the English is quite a bit different. But I explained what happened, what the situation was, what was going on. A lot of people that don't want people to have drones. Some people don't want certain people to have drones. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. People get pretty paranoid about drones. I guess I don't know why. I mean, I can see why to a point where some people just shouldn't have a drone. There's going to be them people, but the people that ain't breaking the law and are following the laws with drones. Other people do not have the right to do what was done to my drone last night, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna catch some hell around here because of the video, because I explained it in layman's terms and probably not the best language, but I don't care. On my other video I released on Facebook, but I figured, you know what, I realized today, sort of speaking, that I'm gonna receive a lot of guff over that video. But you know what? I don't care. That's just the type of person I am. If somebody, gets caught doing something illegal, such as trying to steal the drone, and you're called out on it, and you probably were too ignorant to realize that, some drones, especially like mine, record all the time, so you probably didn't realize that it was going to be caught, and I caught it. So I'm going to show you guys. Well, this flight too was the second flight. There wasn't any problems. I had no problems at all. I was up at 30 to 35 meters on these 2 flights, and it was windy, and no problems taking off on me. Nothing at all. The only problem occurred is I'm going to show you here. Now I'm showing you guys this because if you have the same problem with your drone, this is going to be your best get. Wow, I can't even talk. This is going to be what happened, pretty much. Now, I've had distortion in my drone, I think it was Christmas Eve, the 24th, but that was a different type of distortion. Now, I had that, if you went back and looked at my video from the 24th, you will see the distortion in the video, and I thought the drone was just being ignorant, but I think it was something else that was causing the interference on that. But the drone did not take off, and it was 2 different types of distortions in the drone video. You see that distortions there on the drone. Now I'm only about 5 feet off the ground because I couldn't get the drone to fly right, and I wasn't dumb enough to put the drone 150 feet up in the air, because if I would have, I wouldn't be having a drone right now. Right here, the device will lock onto my drone and pull it to the left. See that? The device, how it scrambles the video and then it puts it into crash mode. Now, you see the distortion there? That's the device is already on, but the person was trying to lock onto the drone. That's he was a little slow locking on the drone. But yeah, this is illegal what the person did. I did a local video on it because I know it. The word's gonna spread faster than a bad fart in a church. So, and that's why I did it, because I'm gonna call the person out on it once I know if Parrot can actually track the device that was doing this. And I'm really hoping that they can, because I'm definitely going to do something about this, and I'm going to continue to do something about it until I've exhausted everything I could possibly do to try to nail people that try to take other people's drones. Now, it's one thing if I was hovering over somebody's land. Myself personally, I'd take somebody's drone down if they were hovering over my land. There's no reason for somebody to be hovering over somebody else's land. Absolutely nothing. You know, unless you're given permission, obviously. I don't even fly my drone over anybody else's property. I don't even fly my drone that far, period. I mean, if you watch, you know, pretty much all my videos, you know, unless I'm just jaunting down the road, you know, 30, 40 yards, that's really not flying that far. But mainly all my videos, I just go straight up in the air with the drone and just catch the sun going down. So I realized today that I'm going to get a little more guff than, not that I thought, but you know, I'm all game about taking on a challenge like this. I don't care. What they did was illegal, and you know, when you see the drone ripping across the yard, I mean, it was winding up to almost full power, to full speed. And you know, my drone, I rarely have my drone at full force going forward anyway. But that's why always in the settings, if you do fly a drone, you use an app, make sure that you set your settings to where your drone cannot take off and continue to go. I mean, put a stop to how many meters it can go in distance. Because that's, I mean, I got mine set like that, but that's not why mine crashed. I mean, if I'd have been treetop level where I was with my first and second drone flight, I wouldn't have a drone right now. So the only problem the person did when they locked onto my drone and did this is the stupid person, and yeah, I can say stupid person, I think, without getting any guff for saying something like that. They pulled the drone towards them, and you know, they probably thought, ooh, oh. But I'm kind of really kicking it around. I'm going to try to find out even more information on why this person has this device that can bring down a drone like this. The only people that are supposed to have the device that can bring this drone down the way it did is law enforcement. And I can assure you there was no law enforcement standing out there doing this. There wasn't any cop out there. So I know it wasn't law enforcement, and law enforcement are only supposed to be the people that have these devices. So why is normal average moron have this device? You know, why are they trying to take my drone is really the actual question. And I don't know. I'm not saying the person is put up to try to take the drone, but you know, if I can dig into it and Parrot can help me out on this, and if it finds out that everything can be tracked back, and I hope I really don't run into a situation where a person was kind of put up to trying to take this drone, because that's a really huge problem. So people, just remember, you know, not everybody does negative stuff with drones. I think the other day, last week or week and a half ago, I was flying the drone. It took off down the road, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. Same scenario. I flew the drone twice, no problems. And then third flight, I went out to the road, and I was just going to zip down the road a little bit to go over to the field. And that was like 30, 40 yards, and the drone just absolutely took off. It wouldn't stop. And I barely got it stopped, actually. And I'm wondering if it wasn't the same scenario, but I just really it didn't dawn on me what actually had happened at that time. And I think the same situation went on where somebody locked onto my drone to try to take my drone. And I don't know. We need people that fly drones. We need to do something about this. This has got to stop. If we're not breaking any laws, we're not invading on any privacy, nothing like that, then there should be absolutely no reason somebody should be trying to take somebody's drone just because they don't want them to have it, or if they think they're doing something wrong with the drone. You know, they still can't do anything like that, take your drone down. I mean, unless you're spying on people, that's a different story. I'd take somebody's drone down if it was happening to me too, but that's not the case, and it's never been the case with me. I will keep you guys updated on what I find out about hopefully tracking this device down that did this to my drone. And then I'm gonna, if it's possible, I'm gonna roll forward from there, and I'll keep you guys informed. So if you guys ever have the same problem, you will know what to do and how to go about doing it. Thank you.